Bam. Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Sunday, Bitcoin bumping. I like it. Gold tie, baby. Let's go. Let's roll. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Crucial, critical times for Bitcoin. 91,700, but Bookmap suggests that we're going all the way to 97.5. We're going to liquidate these shorts. We're going to go to 93.3. We're going to make a boatload of money. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be wonderful. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great. It's going to be the greatest ever. It's the most wonderful, stupendous, greatest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be unbelievable. It's so amazing. It's more amazing than anything you've ever seen. It's so amazing. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. Let's take a look at BTC. Let's see what's happening for Bitcoin. Remember, I've got this gold trade and this Tesla trade open. They're going to print this money to zero, and assets that are worth something are going to go up in value. Look at this thing. It looks absolutely... Gold is ready for a monster move after the consolidation. I don't see how it doesn't absolutely plow to the upside. So we got trades everywhere. We got gold trades. We got Bitcoin trades. We got Tesla trades. We got trades over here. I'm my old man. I'm an old oil baron. No, but seriously, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Flags. Look at my signal playing out this morning. A flag above the 21, above the 200, touching the 21. And you're gone. Like you're in there like swimwear. Bang, right? Another flag here, you could say above the 21. You can see that it is an inverted, a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder to the upside. BTC defying the odds. And look, we looked at it like it was a diamond. Could it break to the upside? And I also saw it as a bit of a falling wedge. And I told you, if the 2-hour time frame does not lose the 200 moving average, then you should not be bearish. And then yesterday, remember, Bitcoin got in this very tight flag. Broke out, came down, broke out again. Very interesting. Look at this price action. It's so interesting. And if you're a bear, you're going to shoulder, head, shoulder that. You're going to short that every single time. But if you know how to move the moving averages, you're going to long that puppy with me. So we're going to break it down. We're going to look at the daily close. We're going to have some fun. Even though we did it last night, we're going to do it again. See, it's not about repetition being repetitive. It's about doing the same things over and over again to the point of no return. Repetition creates success. That is the focus. I'm here on a Sunday. Yesterday, I taught class for 3 hours. Then I did 2 live streams, 5 hours of talking on a Saturday when most people would have taken the weekend off and said, hey, it's Thanksgiving holiday. I got to take a break here. Come on. A break for what? I could pass away tomorrow. And what I do today is the best thing I can do for my mom, for everybody right now. Blessed to be here with each and every one of you. Sam with the Life Revision. Shout out to Rave Song Records. It's that Life Revision. Yeah. We got to remake that song for me, and we're going to call it Life Revision. Yeah, my kids love that track. I play it for them a lot. Let's take a look here at the monthly. The monthly is holding a higher low. The monthly is in a hidden bullish divergence. The RSI is swinging down while price action is swinging up. That's a precarious situation for the bulls and actually creates a nice move to the upside many times. And we're at the 618 golden pocket. Very interesting. I've seen a bounce. Now, the one thing I'm not a fan of is the possible projection of a right shoulder that just takes us further down. We go through our bear market. We're back out of it by 2028, and we're ripping again. I mean, the crazy thing is, it's not even going to be that long. It's just 2026. We already have a halving in 2028. It's just so fascinating to me. We're already halfway through the next halving already. It's just crazy. Like every time you go through the bear, you're just closer to the next cut. You know what I mean? Bitcoin just like reminds me that it's always coming. The next move is always coming. Rave Song. My username is Yahoo Email. Hit me up. I'll remake the song. That's interesting. I'm so tired, Sam. I live in SC Asia. Respect to you. You deserve everything you work for. God bless you. Thank you. Hey. So the monthly looks interesting. Let's go to the weekly chart. The weekly showing a tweezer bottom. As I said before, you could enter a weekly long with a stop loss right below the wick. It's funny. All-time history index isn't working. See that? Like every time I go there, the weekly candle does not match. Can't use it. I guess because it takes an amalgamation of multiple charts or something, so it can't get a perfect move. 91,000 is very strong for Bitcoin. And you can see this previous support, which we came down and hit right there on the weekly. I mean, previous resistance became support right there. I mean, it's amazing. Look at that. Bitcoin respects the weekly support and resistance. Once I started trading Bitcoin on the bigger time frames, it became far less difficult. Like, things started to make sense. Complete sense to me. It was unbelievable. I was like, wow, this isn't that. I was like, this is awesome, right? So again, an entry here with a stop below the wicks could produce a massive reversal. Right now, I'm in this trade here on the 3-day, and I've got my stop below the 200 moving average, and I'm either going to lose $8,000 or make 45,000. Like, it's a big trade for me. We'll see what happens. I can take the $8,000 hit. It won't be the worst thing in the world. I won't even think about it. But if I make that 45 racks, man, it would be amazing, right? So hey, I'm putting what I'm willing to risk. And I'm putting my life on the line here. You know, well, not my life, but my trading life. I win, you guys call me a winner. I lose, you guys call me a loser. I mean, the lifers will be cool to me, but not everybody will be. It is what it is. You know, you put yourself out to the masses, to the public, and you get put on the chopping block. Let's take a look at that 3-day chart. The daily, unbelievable. I thought if this turned red, we were going to have it was going to be nasty, but we have a bullish engulfing candle. As long as we stay above 91,300, we can head to this resistance and that resistance. Look, there's a high volume node there. There's a gap in the VRVP. It's telling you 95,000 is doable. I'm telling you, I'm looking for a massive candle to the upside. One of these days, it's going to be I know anyone can say that, right? But one of these days, there's going to be a massive candle. It's just going to, like, the next level I'm looking at is 101,400. I got a bot. The bot's still in. The bot's been buying. The bot bought here, there, and it bought a massive order down there. It just has to get to 102.5 and the bot will get out. The bot has never lost. So we'll see what happens, but no emotions needed. Let's see if we can get back into the upside here. So the bears are getting a little scared. You know, that's definitely a bottom right there. And I called it on the 12-hour time frame. You can't say I didn't give it to you guys. Right there, I gave you the entry right there. It's documented on Twitter, on X. Funny, people say, no, it isn't. I'm like, yes, it is, though. And then I retweet it every couple of days just to make sure people remember. Right? So here, would you long this? Bitcoin inverted head and shoulder. Right? And right before that, I actually put out another post. I posted it twice. One was a poll. One was this. 8,000 views. Should have gone 100,000. Look at this. High risk, not enough pattern for entry. You missed out. Tweezer bottoms. RSI, I'm longing. He's in it. The head's way too deep to be a head and shoulder. Plus, you didn't even get a weekly bottom diagonal yet. Not happening. Wrong again. Right? Some of your head and shoulders are super sketchy. I notice you love to find them. Wrong again. These people, imagine telling a guy that's been doing it 20 years, you've been doing it 7, and you call it sketchy. So look at this. Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside for Bitcoin. And you can see I retweeted the post to show you we were in the gains. Had to take the Lambo out for a drive. I mean, look at this Lambo drive. Look at the beauty of this, of this. You got to hear that puppy too. Look at this. They put all the trees. I mean, if that's not just like you win a trade, you go for this drive. Every time I win a trade, I should smoke a cigar and go for this drive. But I don't want the car to smoke like a cigar. But that's so beautiful, right? Anyway, God bless Florida, man. God bless America. God bless everybody. But I'm just in a good mood all the time. I'm in a good mood all the time, as you can tell. Because life is going well. And if life goes well, why would I not be in a good mood, man? Things are going awesome. But we work hard every day to make them go on. Like, we turn this life into an awesome life because we make it happen. We don't take no for an answer. So, beautiful move here to the upside. I may just catch myself on the right side of this trade. A little bit of a flag. To me, it's a bit of a right shoulder. It has a measured move all the way there. There's a gap in the VRVP. That's the exact measured move. I love how this stuff always seems to hit. 101.886 is the target. The 6 hour is on the 21 in a flag. That's my signal. Like, that says it's going to moon. That says you can go for the gusto. Look at that thing. So nice. The 4 hour time frame was kind of hard to understand what it was doing. It wasn't looking too good. It was back and forth. I actually feel like it's already broken out technically of this flag here. See, like this. And look, it's right at the point of control. My goodness. I could still see it roll over and come all the way down. I mean, it could do anything. I'm open-minded, but wow. And to me, it's just about the 2 hour. Can the 2 hour stay above the 200 moving average? Can we get the signal now? Look for the 2 hour to flag out. The 2 hour should pump a little more, in my humble opinion. We should pump up a little more. We should flag out somewhere at 92.8, right? Remember, I kept saying 91,800 was that target. If we could break out of there, we definitely wicked to 91,975. We took out those shorts we talked about yesterday. We did open a short yesterday. It was in the money, up $200 at one point, but I closed it at break even. It was like, So look at this. So I was, and when I was in that scalp short, I still had a big long open. And I was like, man, I'm scalping short with a long open. I'm like, I was long yesterday for the first time in a long time. Made me feel strange, though. So look, the 1 hour time frame, same idea. We're just looking for a flag. I want to see this thing consolidate, go sideways, touch that 21-day moving average, and go on a massive move. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours from now, we're going to be ready for a massive move. And this is what I love about the channel, right? We're going to be back later on today to go over what we talked about. We don't take days off. We bookend it. We leave on Friday. We come back Saturday morning. We talk Saturday night. We come back Sunday morning. We talk Sunday morning. We come back Sunday night. We talk Sunday night. We come back Monday morning. Like, the consistency is amazing. You love it. I love it. Nobody does it better, baby. So I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin on the 1 hour for the bulls. Huge move last night to defy the odds here. And we ended up breaking out of this flag. Broke out, retested, and we're gone. Nice little pump to the upside for bitty Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm just looking to see us stay above the point of control, stay above this resistance. You can see here, this is kind of a key level, resistance. Want to stay above 91,002. Want to see the 1 hour make a flag. Want to see the 21 come into price action. This is what I'm projecting for a nice bigger move to the upside. And then here is your measured move out the flag. It takes you somewhere to about 93,800 for Bitcoin. We look at Bookmap. Bookmap also suggests that we're going to go up. I mean, the biggest red is where you go. And it's got big red at 97.5 now. That's where big red happens to be. And we have a nice low to liquidity at 93,000. Really not enough below us to drag us down. This was a lot darker red. Now you have to really zoom out to see the 75,000. They're getting weaker and weaker. So less and less people are believing in the long. They're getting in their heads. They're starting to short this market. We're going to be able to liquidate the retail. All right. Remember, every time I catch the price to the upside, it means we're on the right side of the trade. They're on the wrong side of the trade. Understand? Yeah. So today, you're watching the 1 minute make a flag. If you're bullish, you're likely not getting into a trade until later on today. All right? Let this consolidate. Let this cook. Last night was perfect. They pushed the bears away. We didn't, he lost his key level. We were dumping hard. Look, you can see it. I mean, we were going to go, and they set the trap. It looked very bearish. They even had shoulder heads and shoulders. It looked insane. It even was a diamond, and diamonds break to the downside. Look at this. I mean, they did a lot to make you think it was going to reverse. They hung it right there. They had the gap. Something told me not to short that market last night before I went to bed. My mom was like, short that. I was like, I just can't. I can't. Something tells me to, at the last minute, to never give up on Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at that CME watch tool and see what's happening. It keeps changing. It was, 86% the last time we looked at it? This thing keeps going up. Still 86%. Absolutely lovely. You got to love that. You got to love that. Like Ada Lovelace. You may be onto something. A lot of people talking about some nice bullishness for Litecoin. You really may be onto something there. And remember, the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, the cup, and the handle. You see that? Sammy cup and handy. The 21 above the 200. Just listen to what I teach you, please. It'll make sense over time. Look at this Adam and Eve. It's not perfect, but it was an Adam and Eve, baby. Look at that. It's got a measured move. It's exactly what it's supposed to do. This is nuts. This is what I wanted to see break out last night, and it eventually broke to the downside. See, they dumped it. They got us in this tight channel. They dumped it. They pumped it. You could say, oh, can they put us in a bigger channel? Yeah, for sure they did. See, like that. and it broke out, retested, and boom to the upside. If you're looking to scalp today, which I think is a horrible idea, but you never know. I am a little more bullish than bearish. I'd be looking for something like this on the 5-minute time frame. I'd be looking for this to do a dance here, get tight, and then break all the way up to 92,750 for BTC. All right. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Strike CEO says they're going to purchase $6 billion in Bitcoin. Yeah, Strike's going to continue. Jack Mahler is not going to stop. That guy's on point. I met him when I was at Bitcoin Vegas. Had a quick talk with him. Found out his dad was a multimillionaire. Put him on early. I said, how'd you find out about Bitcoin? He's like, my dad told me about it. Not funny, man. So his dad's a financier. Imagine your dad comes home, tells you about Bitcoin, then you become famous for Bitcoin. Then you use all your daddy's money to buy more Bitcoin. Fine. I mean, I'm not even mad. Good for him. I'm happy there's rich people doing that. It's amazing, And remember, there's so many people that believe in Bitcoin that have big money that you don't have to worry about whether you believe in Bitcoin or not. People richer than you believe in Bitcoin. So you don't need to stress. You know what I mean? People with way more money than you are going to prop that price up for you. So, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Another guy saying you should be taking his financial advice, but that's what's happening. You got billionaires buying the asset that you love. I mean, that's the dream. That's everybody's dream. We were dreaming about this for years before it happened. Now it's happening. And it's pretty awesome. Awesome, right? So you're watching the 5-minute. I wouldn't put too much stack on the small time frames. They could be doing all sorts of stuff today. It's low volume Sunday. Be careful. Spend time with your family today. Watch I just zoom out. I trade the 3-day chart. I love the 3-day because it has to do a big move to take me out, right? Again, you have to have some big cojones. You got to trade bigger money to trade the 3-day. Like $8,000 for 45 grand or, $10,000 for 30 grand. Like it can't be a small, for me, it's big time frames, big money, or it's nothing, right? And today I got to go take the Lambo out for a drive, right? I'm matching in the coat. Look, I'm going to blend right in. I got to get a black and white tie. And then I'm going to be on point. I got to get a Lambo tie, honestly. That's what I need, a Lamborghini tie. Let's pump this, baby. Tonight's volume should come. And shout out to everybody that jumped on into the Black Friday sale. CryptoLifer.com, quarterly, annual. I can't believe it. 222777. My goodness, who doesn't want to be with the most vibrant, motivated, disciplined trading mentor in the game? Me, Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, man. I believe in it so much. I love what I teach. I help people every single day. I look them in the face. People that join my group, other people, I don't know what they do. They sell stuff online. They could probably never even see the people in person that they sell this stuff online to. It's insane what they'll sell to you. I meet people that join the trading group in person. They give me hugs. They tell me how much I've changed their lives. They tell me about their kids. Fathers put their sons in the group. Sons put their fathers in the group. People say they've met each other through the group. They're best friends. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a married couple meet through the group because the energy is so high in there. I'm just almost guaranteeing it's going to happen. So when Lambo came, called manifesting. Exactly. When Lambo, check that off the list, right? It's like, done that, did that. You know what's crazy, though? Once you do these things, these big things, they kind of start to drift into oblivion. What was so, unattainable, was so far away, becomes second nature. You're like, yeah, I done did that. You know what I mean? So I love you all. I appreciate you all. I have a business. My name's the Crypto Lifer. My business is the Crypto Lifer. I am a walking business, right? I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. 7 days a week I work. 7 days a week I am on my business, right? Every morning it's like 8 a.m. I love that. I prayed, then I prayed again. I had a moment, but it came and went. You don't want to play with him. Every morning it's like 8 a.m., man. You can't stop this, baby. Let's go. The energy is at its apogee, actually and factually, increasing daily, rapidly. Who would you want to be with, man? Who would you want to be with? Who do you want to push through the next rally with? Some lame guy going over the charts? Come on, man. Like everyone else out there? Or the Crypto Lifer, Sam Price. His mom died. His dad died. He had 2 kids during this whole time. He pushed through. He never stopped. No days off. Come on now. If that doesn't motivate you to jump on in for less than $2 a day, then what the heck else will get you going? I don't know what else can get you going. I will change your life. I know that for a fact. I know I can get you going. I know I can motivate people. I know I can change the way you think about yourself and your reality. And that's the key. This trading stuff is all fun and games. You see me making money, it's all good. But I can help you change the way you think about life. Change the way you see things, and the way you see things will change, man. It's all about you. You are the opportunity. I'm going to say it every single day. You are the opportunity. It's not outside of you. Look at me. You can wake up. You can wake up in your apartment. All right. Wait, let me make a better version of a person here. So this is me waking up in my apartment, right? I don't have any hands and feet. So this is me waking up in my apartment, right? I could go out to every job interview and say the opportunity is out there. They're going to give me this opportunity. I can't wait. Or I could sit in my home. I could teach myself a skill, and then I could sit and create my own business from my own house and let the whole world come to me. And I am the opportunity. The opportunity is for me. I don't have to go outside to find opportunity. I can create the opportunity from within. See, my whole life, God was explaining this to me, and I didn't listen. This is what Jesus was saying when he said the temple is inside. The temple, this is why they call this the temple, right? Oh my gosh. Like, the kingdom of God is within you. When they say that for a reason. There's so much misconstrued about religion that Jesus was trying to tell you. Jesus was trying to tell you that you could find it all in through you. Like he gave you the kingdom of God inside of your mind, inside of you can achieve this connection to frequency. It's all about frequency, basically leaving your body through consciousness. Amen. But Jesus, man, join now. I see a Lambo in your future. Funny, man. And again, I never say get rich quick schemes. I don't tell you it's going to happen overnight. I tell you with discipline and hard work, you might be able to eventually drive around. Like, you know what I mean? With discipline and hard work, pushing yourself every single day. I went live every single day for thousands of days. That's just a small byproduct of hard work. And there's many more coming from where that came from. Like, that's nothing. That's a grain of sand, man. So I want you to know that you could do anything you put your mind to on this on this beautiful Sunday. I want you to know you can do anything you put your mind to on this beautiful Sunday, right? That you got to stay away from negative situations and negative people. All they're going to do is tear you down. They're going to tell you can't, you're not that good. Stay away from those people. It's infectious. That is contagious. When you're around negative people, it gets in your head. I don't care what you say. Stay away from those people. I had to go alone and just be completely alone. People didn't understand me. They laughed at me. No one believed the power that I possessed. I knew the power that I possessed. And actually, this is something I used to say on the stream all the time. I haven't said it as much as I used to. Because my mom and dad believed in me. My sisters believed in me. My bosses, my family, my friends, they believed in me. But nobody knew I was meant to be a multimillionaire and travel the world. I did. I knew I was meant to travel the world to become a multimillionaire. I knew that. But no one else did. They said, oh, Sam, you'll be all right. You just need to have a little bit. Why do you always have to shoot for the stars? You'll be okay. They said, no, you don't understand. Like, I got to become great. I got to change the world. And my whole point is your standards are higher than everybody else's for yourself. And they better be. Your standards better be so high compared to everyone else's standards that they surpass what anyone ever thought you could do. Because nobody knows what you can do but you. You and God alone know your true potential. I knew my true potential, man. I knew it. Nobody else did. So when I did some good things and people said, oh, that's great. Look what you did. I looked at it and I said, man, that's nowhere near what I can do. So it's okay. Don't put people down. Take compliments when your family and friends love on you. But in the back of your mind, no. They have no clue what a savage you are. You might do a small business. They might say, oh, that's good, nice business. But you know that you could have done better. You know that you could have changed the world. Forget that little small thing you did. You could push it even further. So you owe it to us. You owe it to me. Heck, you owe it to your mom and dad. You owe it to all of us humans who came here before you to do something so amazing that we remember you. Look at every time you do something. Today I use LED lights. Nikola Tesla came up with those, right? Today I use things that Nikola Tesla worked on for years. He had more patents than any human being on earth, right? Yet they don't teach you about them in school, because if you learn about Nikola Tesla, right? It's funny, in school, isn't this, I'll tell you something so interesting. In high school, I went to one of the oldest high schools in the country. I had a great education. It was called Boston Latin School. Why am I talking about school? What the heck am I going over? Well, the reason why I'm talking about it is because they don't tell you everything. They talked about the Eli Whitney and the cotton gin, right? The cotton gin was this big machine that came over, and it was able to manufacture cotton in a faster way. Instead of sitting there with a sickle by yourself or 10 guys, you can combine with this one kind of bigger machine and you could clear the field way quicker. The cotton gin changed the game. All right, Eli Whitney and the cotton gin. I always talk about these things because they taught us about this stuff. But how come they never taught us about NASA? They never told us where the spaceship came from. Isn't this weird? America, we went to space, right? The moon. But in high school, they'll never tell you where the spaceship came from. Because if you go into it, you'll find it comes from not, Anyway, it has it connects to a deeper past. All right? It's crazy. And then you'll find out about Werner von Braun, and then you'll find about who Aleister Crowley is, and then you'll find about Jack Whiteside Parsons, and you'll get into the occult. And so if you research the NASA, you're going to get into the occult. It's crazy. And it's going to take you on a deep dive that you wouldn't believe. And again, I did it. I went on the deep dive. Again, I'm not going to go there anymore, but that's just, this is something that people just, Anyway, so we're watching Bitcoin on the 15-minute chart. We're sideways at 91.5. Not much to think about. We're just kind of cruising. You want to see the 1 hour make a flag and continue to pump later on today. That's all that matters. If the 2 hour loses the 200 moving average, all of this is nil. But because this is moving down and price is moving up, you see this? Whenever I see this, or price starts to kind of caress up, the 200 starts to caress down, it's usually a movement further to the upside. We usually continue up. And I see a golden cross right there on the 2 hour time frame. So anyway, you do whatever makes you happy. I can't force any of this on you. All I can do is show it to you day in and day out, and eventually you'll look back and be like, dang, he was right about that 3 day. He did make 45 racks. Dang. This lifer guy's got something. He's showing me something, right? Don't compare me to anyone else. Don't even try to. Don't even look at like other TA and say, just come every day and watch what happens here. Give yourself a break for once. You actually did find the solution for once in your life. You're actually in the right place at the right time. You are. God put you at the right spot. You're with me. You've got this. Look, my dad died. My mom died. God is my father. I was left alone as an orphan in this world at 40 years old. 2 years ago, I lost both my parents, right? Some younger, some older. I consider it pretty young compared to all the people I met in my life. All of them, their parents died in their 70s and their 80s, and they had them younger. So the point of that story is I found myself. I don't look to anyone else. And when you find yourself, you can lead others. I don't need someone to tell me where I'm going. I don't watch another YouTuber to figure out what's happening to price. I'm on it every day. I don't move. I don't budge. I show you how to become consistent. You can do this. This show's about you. I'm just using myself to kind of push you every single day. Let me be the towel. Let me be the flag in the wind that gets beaten every single day by the elements. So you can see how to make it through the elements. Yeah, he said the 3 day moving average there is actually IBT long-term cost basis as well. Interesting. Yeah, life or vision is an actual skill. Sam gives it away and teaches. Amen. Amen. I lost my mom when I was 25. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, every time I share my story, I hear more people that lost their mom quicker than me. And it tells me that I should always believe, right? If you're just jumping on in, we're doing a Black Friday sale, everybody. $222 instead of $270 for the quarterly. And look, that's $1,200. Usually it's $9.99 a month. For the whole year, it's $12.9. It's $1,200, $11.99, or 11's. Do the math exactly. It's 12 months. Anyway. You take a dollar off 12 times, and it would be $1,200 minus $12, $11.88. Anyway, but now it's 777 for the year. That's insane. 777 for the year. And if you were able to get that extra discount, we do an extra discount 24 hours before. It was 666, man. They got an even better deal. But hey, you can get that next year. If you didn't, get it this year, but still, 777s is absolutely amazing. Jump on in, hit the code, and we're running this all the way till Monday. So one more day to jump on in to the Crypto Lifer. And I'm here every day, man. This is awesome. And we've had a great, Sam, I lost my mom this year. I know how I'm so sorry to hear that. My mom died of a broken heart when I was 12. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. Just paid for the year, baby. Thank you so much. Crypto Chris Tradesman. That's awesome, man. I love hearing that. Blessing, man. Blessing. People want to rock for the year. That to me is like, wow. Wow, look at MYRO. Just out of control today. Just what possesses these coins out of nowhere just to say, okay, we're going to bottom now. We're going to send it from 6 to 9. To me, it's not. I'm not impressed. Like, these are at the lowest they've ever been. Like, they need to do that times 10 for us to get even our money back from when we started getting into these insane, all this insane garbaggio, right? Seriously, garbaggio. Like, look at TIA down at 68 cents. Come on, that was Atom. Atom was like a real ecosystem. It had the Kepler. It was like, come on, man. They made a joke of this crypto space. They really did. Like, because what my whole point is they had DeFi, real utility. People who could actually use it. There was multiple coins. It was like an ecosystem. It was growing. It was budding. And then Atom just goes to like absolutely nowhere. I'm going to win this Atom trade 5 years from now. I'm going to come out and be like, Atom finally broke up out too. Me and Crypto Billy are going to hold our Atom until we're freaking 180 years old. Funny, when they expand life and you can live to 180, some people are going to live to 140, 180, and you're going to be in pretty close in age. Isn't that funny? So just think about it. Like, when you're 140 and someone's 180, you're going to be pretty close in age compared to like someone who's 90. Think about 90 will be young. There's going to be a time in our age where 90 years old is going to be a young age. People are going to start to live longer. It's going to happen. Think about it. Progress your mind. We're going to learn how to live longer. It's just a fact. It's a fact. That's another reason to hold on and be as healthy as you can right now. Imagine dying at 54 years old. You could have held on to 70 when they've actually figured out how to expand your life. Some people say, I don't want to live that long. But me, I want to be wherever I am for as long as I can be, right? So like, I'll handle, It's an interesting concept though, right? I've been staking my Atom for 5 years now. Me too, man. It's insane, right? I'm holding Atom till I'm a grandpa. I know, right? Me too. Shout out to all my Atom people that are hanging out with me, And again, look, rounded bottoms pay the bills. That looks like a bottom to me, right? It's like kind of the apex of the rounded, That MYRO is 8 million market cap, and it looks like it's about to duplicate. Yeah. Sammy, any updates on the LINKTrade? Let's take a look at Link. Thank you for asking. Went a bit sideways. The weekend's tough to trade no matter what, but let's take a look at what happened to Chainlink. So we were looking for Chainlink to bounce. Let's take a look here. It looked good, and then it didn't, right? And you could say I guess I could say it got stopped out there from this bigger channel. That, the initial buy there is still okay. But look, it's in shop. It's really just waiting on Bitcoin. It's in the same flag that Bitcoin's in, but Bitcoin rips, Chainlink will follow. My mind, it's honestly, it looks like you could just look at that. See, I'm going to do something very interesting, something I never do. I don't trade altcoins ever on Lev. I shouldn't say bad luck with it, but I have way better, am I writing luck? I have such better luck, Link. I knew I was writing something with an L. So watch this. My point is, every time I trade altcoins, I never get as good of results as when I trade Bitcoin. Look, that's a flag on the 1 minute. That's the model right there. That's supposed to pump. It does look like a head and shoulder, but that's supposed to give you some gains. So what I do is I don't trade that. And I already missed the pump, the initial pump, 100%. But again, just like Bitcoin, let's see if there's a 2 hour here. Just like Bitcoin, this is probably just about to get above the 2 hour time frame. And technically, I shouldn't get in there. I should not front run that because it could get rejected. So what I would do is this. Whenever I'm late on a trade, I do what's called enveloping the trade. It has to be a smaller trade, and I put the trade inside of a bigger idea. That makes any sense? I hope it does. Meaning normally I'd be so tight on that, but now I open it up. So to me, when Chainlink broke above the 1 hour 200 moving average, it suggested it can start a bigger move. So I see Chainlink going to 15.24, and the stop loss could be about 12.80. I normally never do this. Every time I trade an altcoin, half the time I lose the money. So it usually doesn't work out for me. And look, we'll go 250 for 9.95. And we'll come back to this. We'll see what happens. So my trades are basically open, clean, just, and technically you're buying the breakout there. That's not a perfect entry. This isn't a usual trade of mine. It's not as precise. But I'm just going on the general idea that the 2 hour will hold, Bitcoin will pump. And as long as Bitcoin rips, this is going to rip. So, and I like the 3-day chart on Bitcoin. And I could be completely wrong, and I could lose all my money. Not all my money, but I could lose a nice 250 here on the trade. And normally, every time I open up a long on an altcoin, I do lose money. Almost every time. So that's why I just do not on Lev. I swing trade altcoins wonderfully on spot, but not, I don't know why. Leverage trading altcoins for me is just not, I've learned every time I did it, it didn't work, so I just stopped doing it. You know what I mean? I see everyone else making massive gains on alts. I just don't. But then when I watch the market makers come and liquidate everybody, and I watch all these people who I thought had massive gains, and then they just get absolutely wrecked. I'm always like, happy I didn't touch those altcoins. You know what I mean? And look at all the liquidations that happened this year. People got absolutely demolished. They really did. They really, really did. It's Sunday. I'll give you guys a flash of the portfolio here. Keeping 190 in tether to swing trade when the market gets healthy again. Seriously. Keeping 2 Bitcoins. Just always buying BTC and a boatload of Solana. A MEXC token, I got some Zen, I even hold some Aster, some BitTensor, some FET, some Relio, some Doge even still, some Beam, some WIF, some Vinecoin, But again, I definitely downside and consolidated. We got the bot running, we got Bitcoin. Ooh, it fell out of the flag on the 5-minute time frame. Kind of gave back a lot more than I wanted it to. I wanted to see that thing just go sideways. And remember, it could give it all back. This is going to be the next few days are going to be a journey here for Bitcoin as we get into December. And remember, people are going to start, they travel, they're with family. This week was a tough week. It was low volume. Let's get ready for the week ahead already too. And we're going to do this again tonight, but I like to see what's happening. So Monday morning, we wake up, ISM manufacturing PMI, which is a red folder at 10 a.m. And we'll see how that comes out. Fed chair speaks at 8 p.m. on Monday. Good riddance, bro. Can't wait to get rid of that. God bless him. I don't wish him any harm. God bless him, but man, I can't wait for him to step down. I'm so sick of that dude. I really am. Yeah, let's get someone that understands what's happening on the bigger picture. So, and not fighting. He constantly says he's bipartisan, but the guy's so partisan it's ridiculous. FOMC, Bauman speaks, nothing crazy. Tuesday, we're pretty open. No red folders, we're okay. Wednesday, we have non-farm employment change. That's definitely going to throw a loop there. That's a red folder at 8:15. So Wednesday at 8:30. And then unemployment claims Thursday at 8:30 in the morning. And then Friday, we have inflation expectations, personal income month over month, personal spending. To me, that I like to see that even for my own business, So anyway, 8:30 Wednesday and Thursday next week. But it's a lighter week. And we got the CME showing signs of 86%. They're going to cut the rate December 10th. So we're 11 days from a rate cut. And you can see people start putting their money in when they see this happening. This is crazy, though. They pump and they dump this thing all day long. It gets so old. This could be cat ears. This could be somewhat cat ears, and we could dump to the downside. So I'm always weary trading altcoins at all. These Bitcoin dumps down, they'll dump in 2 seconds. And you're already trading heavy lev on an alts. It's like, look at that, already bearish engulfing. We got to get that to kind of hang out. Now I see what's happening. Do you see it? Let me show you. I love doing this for a living. Thank you, everyone, for giving me the ability to do something that I love. I'm blessed. I found my pocket in life. Like, when your mind moves as fast as me and there's all these different things you could do with your life, it's hard to pick something. And as I saw everyone choosing their profession, lawyers, doctors, this, that, architects, engineers, I was like, what do I do with my life? And I was very confused. I was at college sitting on a park bench, and I decided to do film. And I was like, I'm going to be a filmmaker. I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to change the world with the way I see things. I get it. But then I just watched everybody seem like they know where they were going, and I had no idea. I got out of college, and I was still pretty lost. Like I wasn't, I had picked television and film, and look, I was meant to start my own show. I was meant to go into TV, and I was trying to do what everyone else was doing. And I was failing at it, and I was calling myself a failure. But I had something bigger planned, right? So we're looking for this to get tight inside. The bearish idea that I see here is, look, this could be a shoulder, might be a head and a right shoulder there that could break you back down. So you want to kind of stay inside this tight channel in the next 8-9 hours, pull this 200 up, get busy. You want to, and again, it's all about that 2 hours staying above the 200 moving average. You keep that, we're in good shape. So there we are with BTC. A beautiful update this morning to keep you right and ready for the weekly candle close tonight and get you situated. He said, so cat ears is a thing. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, cat ears, diamonds. There's so many patterns out there. And I'd just be wary trading altcoins today, even if one looks good or not. I'm not all about it right now. Bitcoin has to level off. We have to see if Bitcoin can break previous highs. This little move was nice. That huge pump was awesome. I mean, we had a Thanksgiving maneuver to the upside that was beautiful. I've made good work of this whole entire move to the upside. I was able to trade it very well. I don't know how, but I seem to always find the reversals, and then my strategies play out very well because I use the 200 moving average. If you get with me in the 200, you're going to be able to trade the way I trade. Hopefully. I can't guarantee it, but I hope so. I don't want snow yet, man. You're funny. I love my gig. I love being retired even more. Stay busy doing what I love, man. It's so awesome. Well, you're not really retired, man. You joined a trading group. You took action. You're here on the stream. You're always grinding. You found a new skill to be good at. You pushed yourself. You joined Leverage Mastery. Like, you did everything. You took every piece of resource you could. You went to YouTube to learn. You found someone who you like to learn from. You joined the community. You give a lot back to my community. If everyone, I'm not saying everyone doesn't. Everyone helps out. But if everyone gave the way you gave, unbelievable. You came to Vegas. We got to meet. I knew meeting you was going to be a big part of my life. It really was. I'll always remember it, man. And Hell's Kitchen and having dinner with everybody. It's just, this year was unbelievable. I started this year in January having no idea that I was going to go to Dubai. I didn't know. Next thing you know, I get invited to Dubai. There was talks of it in September there was talks in 2024 of going to Singapore. And I was like, I can't fly. I just got it in my new home. I was like, nah, I can't do it. And I wished out of Singapore. We were supposed to go, but I just was like, nah, not for me. And my team was like, this is going to be a big deal. This is going to be really good for you. And at the last second, I just was like, nah, I'm not doing it. And it was kind of like, dang. And I thought then once I said that, it wouldn't happen again. Next thing you know, Dubai came around in May or April, right? In April, said, let's go to Dubai. I go to Dubai. I start meeting people around the world. I meet Crypto, right? I met Carl Moon. I met everybody in the space, man. College Chasse. I met so many people, right? Then we did Bitcoin Vegas again, which is unbelievable. Then we did Token 2049 in Singapore. Or was that? Yeah. What was Dubai? Dubai was Token 2049. Oh yeah, then it was Token 20. It was Token both times, right? I went to Token in Dubai and in Singapore. I'm so confused. Yeah. Unbelievable. Is Singapore more humid than Miami? At this time, yes. It depends on the time of year though. Right? So this is kind of where we sit. It's definitely a lower high there for Bitcoin on the 2-hour time frame. It's got to dig its way out of here. Otherwise, it's making a move down. I could still see it go either way. I'm just getting a little more bullishness based off this 200 moving average. Chainlink looks interesting. The trades, look, I'm already down to 24 bucks. See? Funny. Sammy, I'm going to email my address so you could send me that tie. I must have it. This one right here? Funny. Sam, are you also going to Bitcoin Amsterdam? Probably not. No, the odds are low for that. And my buddy lives in Amsterdam. I like to see him, but he's actually home right now here in Florida. So we're hanging out all the time. Yeah. Just got back from Dubai this week. Nothing there but Bill. I know, right? Every time I'm there, I'm like, okay. I couldn't wait to get out of there, honestly. The last time I was there, it was 5 days. On the 5th day, I was like, let me get back to Florida, please. Anyway, I gave you everything I could for today for Bitcoin. If you want to join the trading group, jump on in. We're here every single day. We don't stop. Everyone else wants to tell you what consistency is, but I don't even think they know. Hit the QR code, find out, join the annual or the quarterly, stop playing games. If you want to do something, do it with the most consistent person. Don't wait for somebody to show you. Don't wait for someone to tell you. Wait for them to show you. I am the most consistent person in the entire space. I can say that, and no one will call me a liar. Everyone in the entire space will say that is the most consistent man in the entire space. So who do you want to learn from? I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate it. Go to cryptolifer.com and do the right thing. I love you all. I'll see you tonight. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I can't wait to go over what Bitcoin did in the next 10 hours. We'll be back at 8 p.m. tonight to find out. For the weekly candle close, no one's more dedicated to Bitcoin, baby. I love you. Thank you so much. The secret to success is getting started. Join my trading group and start today. That's going to be your secret to success. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the flip side. God bless. And there's no words of gratitude I could truly give to each and every one of you, but I will say thank you, and may God be by your side. Continue to push every single day. Believe in yourself. Stay positive. The secret to success, you know what it is? It's getting started.